tell you that the Marines were founded in a bar. So the Marines were founded at Tun Tavern. And Tun Tavern already had a long history by the time the Marines were founded there. Continental Congress had decided that they needed to have the Marines, and the recruitment place was Tun Tavern. Because it turned out that was a good place to recruit guys who were good at shooting and good at running ships. The thing is that Tun Tavern's not like a bar, right? This is Philadelphia, and at this point Philadelphia has like 40,000 people. And of those 40,000 people, there's like 200 different tavern sort of establishments. Those taverns, about half of them are along the wharf. But the tavern is really like the most common third space of the time. Third space in sociology is that space that is not a home and it is not work. It is able to do the other work of kind of culture and socialization and all of those things. And taverns were it. Its fame has more than just Marines going. In fact, the Marines being founded or recruited initially out of Tun Tavern speaks to how important the Marines were seen in that moment at that time because of where Tun Tavern fit in. Tun Tavern had been the place that a lot of the like important charity work and important meetings had been happening for the last 50 years. And it's the place that Benjamin Franklin organized the Pennsylvania militia. This is like first the Pennsylvania militia site, and then it becomes the place that the Marines are initially gathered. There's actually two taverns simultaneously because there's two different guys that are important in the story. On November 10th of 1775, Samuel Nichols is commissioned by the Continental Congress to create the Marines. But what he does is he goes down to the Tun Tavern and he recruits all of one guy who is the tavern proprietor. His name's Robert Mullen. And he's like, you're going to be the official first Marine recruiter. I need guys. And Robert Mullen proceeds to recruit from his tavern regulars. There's a second tavern that's known as the Conestoga Wagon, misspelled with two G's, that is Nichols' family somehow. And that's where a lot of the like organization of the Marines starts. The figuring out of the ranks, the figuring out of kind of the flow chart of organization is all happening at a second tavern because everything happened at taverns. And I think part of what happens with Tun Tavern is that it has all this mythology attached to it, right? Besides the Marines, right? The Marines being founded there and recruited there is huge. But you've got militias and charities. Parts of the Declaration of Independence were written at Tun Tavern. Then it burns 6 years later and it disappears.